What is constant pressure specific heat, CP? Imagine you're heating a pot of water on the stove. As the water warms up, it expands slightly, and the pressure stays the same because the lid is off. This is a simple way to think about what constant pressure specific heat is. It measures how much heat energy you need to raise the temperature of a substance by 1 degree when the pressure remains unchanged. In thermodynamics, this property is called CP, which stands for constant pressure specific heat. It tells us how much heat must be added to a material to increase its temperature, considering that the material can expand or contract freely. When you heat a substance at constant pressure, part of the heat goes into raising the internal energy, which is the energy stored inside the material. Another part of the heat does work by allowing the substance to expand against the surrounding pressure. Because of this, CP is usually larger than the heat capacity measured at constant volume, where no expansion work occurs. Mathematically, CP is defined as the partial derivative of enthalpy with respect to temperature at constant pressure. Enthalpy is a thermodynamic property that combines the internal energy of the substance and the work needed to make space for it against the pressure. This means CP accounts for both the energy needed to heat the substance and the energy used for expansion. For gases, especially ideal gases, there is a simple relationship between CP and CV, which is the heat capacity at constant volume. The equation is CP equals CV plus the gas constant. The gas constant is a fixed number that relates to the behavior of gases and is approximately 8.31 joules per mole per Kelvin. This relationship shows that the difference between CP and CV is always the same for an ideal gas, and it equals the gas constant. Knowing CP is important in many real-world situations. For example, when heating air in the atmosphere or designing engines and cooling systems, engineers need to know how much heat is required to change the temperature of substances under constant pressure conditions. This helps them calculate energy needs and optimize processes. In summary, constant pressure specific heat, or CP, measures how much heat energy is needed to raise a substance's temperature by 1 degree when the pressure stays the same. It considers both the energy to increase the internal temperature and the work done during expansion. This property is fundamental in understanding how substances respond to heating in many practical applications.